Yeah. What is going on, faithfuls? It is your boys, Mike and Wayne. Another episode of No Harm, No Foul is happening, baby. Let's go. I want to let y'all know something.
What's that?
We missed a couple of episodes a few weeks ago.
Okay.
We missed 2 episodes. I had a lot going on, death in the family and all that.
Mhm.
Had we not missed those episodes, episode 69 would have fell on Freaky Friday.
Only you, bro.
Yeah.
Only you.
Yeah. WayneBreezie, what's going on, man? I saw you do like 8 shows today, man. You all right over there?
Yeah, Wednesdays is like a busy day. Like I'm like, what the hell happened? How did I allow this day to be the hump day? How did I allow this day to be the most busiest day? So yeah, man, this was the third show today. I'm done after this. I gotta finish doing film video. So
you cashing in after that one?
Yeah, man. I'm going. I gotta do my all 22 Brock Purdy video, and I'm going through it now. It's not fun, but
it's not pretty.
It's not Purdy. No, you can turn your mic up a little bit.
Too. Turn it up some. Okay.
Yes, please.
All right, but that's crazy that it's not Purdy, man. Because everything about Purdy was Purdy up until it wasn't. I don't know if I like that, man. I don't know if I like, we kind of like jumping ship on my man. Not you.
Well, not like it's nothing to jump ship on it. I mean, like, look, there's good in this film and there's bad in this film, right? And then there's luck.
Yeah.
But there's ways to break the stuff down, bro. Like it's crazy. It's just I don't know. It's just a tough one. I didn't even want to rewatch the game, but I'm sure that I'll rewatch it as I'm doing the film.
That's so weird. I get more pleasure watching the losses. I figured out the key to beating the 49ers.
I know why you get more pleasure too. Why watching the losses? Because you want to feel like it's easier to figure out where we went wrong when you lose because clearly something happened. But when you're winning, it's harder to see who missed the block or like what read was missed. But when you throw interceptions, you can kind of be like, well, dang, he missed progression 1. Progression 2 is wide open 2. Why did he go back to 3? Damn, I can't get this shit out. Save my life.
That is very, very true. It's all good, man. You're going to be all right. How does the volume adjustment? Is it good? We good?
I think it sounds good, yeah. The crazy thing is I got you in one ear, and so I'm probably overcompensating instead of having you in both
ears. Right ear.
Left ear.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I only got one in right now, too. The other one's sitting over here. So,
but that's cool because you can monitor like how loud you are outside, like when you have one ear, like
Yeah. Then I don't feel like I'm screaming.
But now I hear how clear you are when I put it in both ears. I'm like, oh shoot, stereo, baby.
Ta-da! So here's the secret to beating the Niners, guys. Just hold the offense to 17 points. All 4 losses this year, the offense have only put up 17 points. It's that simple.
Well, I mean, the last game they put up 19 points, but
no, they didn't.
Well, the offense, okay. Well, the offense didn't even put up 17. Well, there's field goals in there, so
yeah, I know that, but the offense earns those field goals. Like they get the team in position.
Yeah. So how we get 19 points?
Because we got a safety. The defense got those 2 points.
Okay.
Had nothing to do with the offense.
It did.
Nothing to do with the offense. Actually, was that the same drive that Brock threw the interception on? The offense did get them technically down there on that side.
I'm just saying.
Oh, stop. Nah, man. It's 17 points, man. 17 is the magic number, but it's also, listen, 4 games, 17 points, right? It's all going to work out in our favor. It's all going to work out in our favor. I'm not worried about it at all. Wayne, the playoffs are right around the corner.
Literally. 3 weeks.
49ers are out there, and the playoff picture looks pretty good. The Niners still in first place. What I want us to do today is have a little fun here.
Okay.
Let's look at the playoff picture and the seedings as they are right now. Let's look at all the teams that could catch the 49ers. And let's do like a win-loss
that could catch
like for the next 2 weeks. Like let's play it out. They have a thing where you could do it. I don't remember where it is.
I remember that, but I don't remember where it is to find it. That little simulator.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. Might
Let
be
me see if I can
gone.
find that real quick. Yeah, they might have got
NFL
rid of it.
playoff. Just Google NFL playoff simulator. But Mike, there's only two teams from the NFC that can catch the 49ers. It's just the Eagles
Yes,
and the Lions. Everybody else
that is
is
true.
mathematically out of first seeding. But while you looking that up, the 49ers literally can clinch the first seed if they beat the Commanders, the Eagles lose, and the Lions lose.
I
The
got it,
Lions,
dog.
the Lions are on
No.
the road,
Mm-hmm.
right? In
Mm-hmm.
Dallas. Dallas doesn't lose at home. So
That is true.
Dallas can do us a solid, right? Lions get that
Uh-huh.
they get that L. And then the Eagles got the Cardinals. I don't know, man. Maybe the Cardinals show up. Are the Eagles on the road in that game that week? I haven't looked it up yet.
Well,
I'm so
that's what we're about to do. It's okay. It's all right. We're gonna have some fun with it right now. So we got the simulator right here. All right. So hopefully you can go full screen and y'all can see that. If I need to zoom in a little bit more, y'all let me know. All right. Do you want to do all the games just for fun, or you just want to start right here? Like you just want to do Lions and Cowboys, just get right to it. Eagles.
yeah. Let's just get to the kit and caboodle. It's a 30-minute show, though. Like we just
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I like how I'm sorry. All right. So we got the Cowboys at home. You taking the Cowboys? You don't give the Lions a chance at all, huh?
The Lions aren't winning on the road. They're not beating the Cowboys at home.
Okay.
If anything,
right.
and we want the Cowboys to win. So, ladies and gents, for the very first time, I'm not telling you to root for the Cowboys, but you want them to win.
Wayne has spoken for himself.
Okay.
I
didn't say I was rooting for the Cowboys, but I want them to win.
Why do you want them to win this game?
Because then the Cowboys, it knocks the Lions out of contention for the first seed. So like the Lions, all right, right now, the current standings are the 49ers, the Lions, and the Eagles. Okay? We're all tied at 11-4. We own the tiebreaker against the Eagles. Okay? We own it, right? But the Lions, we haven't played them. If the Lions win and let's say we lose, now the Niners.
So let's do that. So Lions win, boom.
Niners lose, boom. Look at the first seeding.
Now
just like that.
Seed.
Yes. So we can go from first to third real quick.
And what happens if the Eagles win? Does it make a difference? We still in third?
If the Eagles win, we're still in third.
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
So that's how important this game is for the San Francisco 49ers on the road in Washington. Like they got to win. But it was always like that, Mike.
Wait, but what if?
It didn't matter if the 49ers beat the Ravens or not. Like you can literally scrap that game.
But what if they lose next
You're doing a scenario, but you're not telling us what you're doing.
Oh, so I just wanted to see what. All right, so I left it the way it was, and now I'm going to give. I went to week 18, and I gave the Niners the win. I gave the Lions a loss. I'm going to give the Cowboys a win.
Then the Niners will be back in the first seed.
And I'm going to give the Eagles a win. No, because we gave the Eagles a win last week, so they finished with 13.
Oh, right.
We finished with 12.
So they go to second seed, and now the Niners are in the wild card.
All right, so let's clear this all out.
Clear it out. I got the Eagles beating the Cardinals. The Eagles are at home. They're going to win 2 straight. They're going to beat the Cardinals.
You think so?
Yeah, they're going to whip the Cardinals' buttocks. The last game is against the Giants, though. That might get tricky. The Giants put up a fight, and Tyrod Taylor.
The Giants had 2 or 3 turnovers that helped them out. Same way that we're going to discredit the Ravens for what they did to the Niners. If it weren't for the turnovers, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. I'm going to say the same thing. That Giants offense could not get the ball moving. But
when they put Tyrod Taylor in there, it looked a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
It was Danny DeVito's son that was struggling.
Right. But before we get to that, hold on. Don't you think the Cardinals are a better team than the Giants?
Nah,
the Cardinals going to put up more of a fight?
No. Nope. Not on the road against the Eagles.
I'm going to give you these wins. I'm going to give the Niners the win.
Then the Niners stay at the first seed. Everything stays the same. If everybody wins, it all stays the same. We just don't clinch. If you want to clinch, you want the Cowboys to win and you want the Cardinals to win.
Cowboys, Cardinals. And no matter what, we can't.
We got to win too.
Oh, and we got to win. Right. And we got to win.
Right.
Just so you know, we disagree on these two games here. Just so you know, I don't think it's going to go the way you think it's going to go. You have it going Cardinals, Eagles, Niners. That's how you have it shaken out.
Yeah,
Right?
like what? How do you have it shaken out?
Right here.
You
I
think
got
the
the Cardinals
Cardinals?
beating Philly.
I don't know, man. I don't think that they travel well and play well, and it could be a dynamic game far as quarterback to quarterback, but
Bless you.
I just don't see it, Mike.
I could be wrong. All right, so let's do it. Let's do it your way first. So you're gonna have you got Cowboys, Eagles, and you got the Niners winning, right? Like it's a must-win game now. We got to handle business from here on out,
Yeah,
right?
period. Like gotta win. Don't even give flying f's about the other teams. Just win
Right. Yeah.
because
The other
now they're
teams don't
NFC
matter.
games. Yeah,
Right. And then we take care of business, and it's okay.
right. So it doesn't all the other teams that are contending for playoffs doesn't affect the Niners. The worst case scenario, the Niners finish with the third seed. Worst case scenario.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that excludes the bye, and now the Niners are back to wild card football. So that means week 1 wild card at home though.
Right.
But they just got to play an extra week of football.
And now
And then
I know a lot of people.
can use a week off.
A lot of people have been sweating the Rams on a scale of 1 to 10. Just real quick, how nervous are you about the Rams? Honestly,
It's a 5-6. It's a 5-6. It's still a regular season game. Kyle Shanahan owns them. They do have 2 extra new weapons though. And so now they'll have, I know we faced them at the beginning of the season, but now you got to add back in there their number 1 weapon that didn't play at the beginning of the season. And so I think their defense is still piss poor, but I still think that they bring it all because the Rams, if this is what you're doing, the Rams will have to beat us to get into the playoffs. And so if Kyle Shanahan does his boy Sean McVay a solid, that's one thing. But if I'm the 49ers, eliminate they spirit. Like just you got to beat them.
Just dog walking.
Yeah.
All right. So here we are. You ready?
Okay.
All right. I've done all the other simulations here. I'm trying to decide on this one here. But
Yes, we're home for the Rams. We already played them in LA, Tony.
Right. We're home for the Rams. So here we go. All right.
But it don't
All right.
matter because we
You
got
have-
2 losses at home this year.
Right. You got the Lions at home against the Vikings to finish off
See what
the
I'm saying?
season.
And I think the Vikings win that one. They lost at home, but I think
Nick Mullins is not beating the Lions on the road,
bro.
Nick
It was a
Mullins
good
is
game,
horrible.
bro. It was a good game. It was a penalty based game, but it was a good game, yo. It came down to the end.
I'm gonna give it to you.
No, I'm just saying. I just think they take one, bro. They should have took the one at home, but the Lions on the road, pretty damn good team. That's how I knew the Lions were gonna win. The Lions are 6-2 on the road. I know they going. What's the week before this? What's this week? Are they on the road against
the Lions the week before or at Dallas.
They're on the road against Dallas. Dallas just doesn't lose at home.
Right. So now they're coming back home with the playoff seed still. By the way, with the playoff seed still being important to them.
It's important to all 3 of these NFC teams that are 1, 2, 3. See, the Cowboys are out. They lost 2 in a row, so they're not going to be in contention for the first seed. They can't get the first seed.
Mm-hmm.
They can finish second. The Niners are either going to finish first or third. I don't think second is in their wheelhouse.
I want to do a pick 'em with you so bad.
Oh, let's do it.
I want to do a pick 'em year with you, like a whole year of it. I think we did it one time before. I think.
I don't know.
So, all right, I'm gonna give the Vikings the win. I strongly disagree, but I'm gonna give the Vikings the win here. The Viking. Oh wait, hold up. Let me shut up. Vikings are 5-3 on the road.
I don't know why you don't be listening to me.
But
bro.
the Lions are 5-2 at home.
But this is a division game, and the Vikings are scrapping, right? They don't care who their quarterback is. If Nick Mullins had more experience as a starting quarterback, he wouldn't make them dumbass mistakes. But didn't he throw 4 interceptions in that game too?
always
He was the beginning of the Brock Purdy weekend, right? Right? And they almost won. It's crazy.
All right, so Cowboys. I'm sorry, Eagles at Giants. Giants at home.
I don't know, man.
We're not gonna waste time doing this, right? Like this the Eagles.
It's got to be the Eagles. The Eagles win out.
Eagles win that one. Boom. And just like that, the Eagles are in first place. We're gonna go to the Cowboys in Washington. I mean, what?
What another tough game, but the Cowboys are on the road.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they struggle on the road.
Cowboys road record. They 3-5 this year.
That's what I'm saying.
3-5. But the Washington
Commanders are 1-5 at home. They're
Right,
1-5 at home, bro. They're
Just give it to the
1.
Cowboys. They got that one. We not going to waste time. They got that one.
Bro. Let's not even do it, dog.
So right now, before the Niners play, we would be setting up to play against the Green Bay Packers.
We got some breaking news. So the window for Danny Gray has been opened.
Oh, I was wondering where he was last week.
Well, last week he was still on the IR, but that doesn't mean he'll be available to play this week.
Right.
But the window is open, so the Niners will have 4 weeks to what is it? 2-3 weeks? I forgot.
But they got it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
They got 2 weeks to claim him to the active roster.
Well, shout out to Danny Gray. Hope he gets some burn. We got a quarterback that's not afraid to throw it down the field. And he likes to throw it in anticipation. See, that's the other thing. It's one thing to see somebody open deep downfield and throw him the ball. It's another thing to throw to a spot with anticipation. Danny's great speed. He could be over here on the far sideline and Purdy throw it over there and just let him run and go get that joint, bro. We haven't seen that since Marquise Goodwin.
Mm-hmm.
We have, oh man. Anyway, don't get me started. I'm sorry. That's a great breaking news thing here. So the Niners at the Rams. All right, now here's the tail of the tape here. Okay, the Niners are 5-2 at home, 6-2.
It's the Rams at the Niners. So I just want you to make sure you say it right. I'm sorry.
What did I say? I said it backwards. I'm sorry. It's the Rams at the Niners. Niners are at home against the Rams. Mm-hmm. Niners are 5-2 this year at home, 6-2 on the road. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be the one that can really, really set us off, man. 6-2 and 6-2 is a phenomenal record for a team.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Now, the Rams on the road are 3-4. They would love to finish 500 on the road and a winning season at home. That means that you got a winning season overall, right? They would love to finish that way. I don't know how it's going to play out. What do you think, man? What are you thinking?
Well, look, if you beat the Commanders, I was about to call them that other team 3 times in a row, bro. But if you beat the Commanders, you know, you're set up and you're ready to take on the Rams. You know the Rams are going to give you everything that they can give you. You know they're going to hit you with some stuff. And I'm going to be honest, like my only concern in that game will be stopping Puka Nacua, okay, and figuring out how to limit not Kyron Williams as far as rushing, but pass catching out of the backfield. And then you can't, like, you got to worry about Mr. Explosive. Yeah.
This is irrelevant.
What's irrelevant?
Look, I'm on week 17. Whether we win or lose against them, we 11-6 here. Oh, I know why. Because I have this one filled out already. Hold on, let me. If I make that a win,
I'm like, what?
Okay, I'm sitting here like, how come it didn't change?
I don't know, bro.
Okay, I see what I did there. Okay. So we have to beat Washington. And so we don't fall behind Philly because we got Philly winning out. It's that simple, man.
All right, man. Let's get to some of these updates. All right, the 49ers, as far as there's the 1-year deals, the 1-year deal to defensive tackle Sebastian Joseph Day. Also, they brought Matt Pryor back to a 1-year deal. I'm waiting on the the updates as far as who's practicing, who's not. And so I got that right here. All right, the 49ers walk through people that didn't practice: Eric Armstead with the foot and knee, Jawan Jennings concussion, Aaron Banks toe, Jalen Moore concussion, Jair Brown with a knee sprain, limited Deebo Samuel with the neck, Trent Williams with the groin, Javon Hargrave hammy, Armberg's knee, Ambry Thomas knee and hand. I saw when he went to make a tackle and he came up with his hand grimacing, like he was grabbing his hand. I seen that. So They put that into the injury report. Now people are probably kind of worried about Debo with the neck injury. I mean, the dude got trucked trying to get a first. Excuse me, getting the first down. Like he got literally trucked. He got hit in the head. I didn't understand why that wasn't a flag, but I'm no official. So yeah, that's why he has the neck injury. It's probably just a little stinger. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Debo Samuel, I don't know what that is, but yeah. So look, Debo, they're going to be fine. I'm glad that Trent was limited. So that's good news, right? Trent being limited.
Yeah, not out, limited. Yeah, that's
Shoot,
really,
I
really
mean,
good.
yeah, like that's great news. Which leads to tell us that the groin injury isn't super serious. I do got to give a quick shout out to my man Manly. I don't know if you see it in here, but we got a new member over there on the Breezy Bunch. My man Manly Shavers. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for becoming a member of the Breezy Bunch crew, my dog.
That's what's up. No, I did not see it. I was over here playing with the simulator. Pause. I think these are the playoffs I like the most right here.
Okay, let me see. You literally was playing with the simulator.
I
Like,
sure was. Because look at this, right? Whether we win or lose, I like our first matchup. Obviously, there is no matchup for the first one, but the second way around, we take Green Bay at home. I'm not worried about them at all. That might be easy, like too easy, but that's fine. I like the matchups the most this way. Eagles versus Rams.
yeah,
Who are you taking? That's a good game.
yeah, but I mean, I'm taking the Eagles
I
at
don't
home.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan run that same style offense. I think he's gonna have them spinning.
yeah, but the Eagles are
McVay's more aggressive.
the Eagles will be 2-0 ever since going 0-3 if they went out for the remainder of the season, maybe even 3-0 if I'm not mistaken, after losing 3 straight. So I would go with the Eagles at home against the Rams. I think it'll be a good game.
That's
That
gonna be a
NFC
great game.
that NFC North battle is it's gonna be trash. I almost don't want to
Wait.
see it.
Trash because you think it's gonna be like Detroit easily? Is that why you're
No,
saying trash?
no, I just I don't know. I
That's a
just feel like
shootout.
yeah,
That's a shootout,
two,
and a defensive
two
player is gonna make a crazy play, and that's gonna decide the game, right?
it's crazy because they have good defenses, but for some reason when they play each other, the
Inconsistent.
defenses don't
Yeah,
show up.
right. They inconsistent as heck. The two defenses like just they show up when they want to, and I feel the same way about this because Tampa's at home.
Yeah, but oh man, Dallas can't win on the road, dog.
They can't,
Oh
bro.
shit.
Like I really like this. I like this setup right here. Now, no matter what, though, the way we have this, the bottom three, the third seed, the fifth seed, the fourth, 3, 4, and 5 don't change. No matter how
Correct.
you look at it, 3, 4, and 5 don't change. So that's gonna be how it's gonna be.
Let me see that AFC. The AFC looks. I can't believe the Raiders is gonna get into the playoffs.
I had them winning out though, because the Broncos just benched Russell Wilson, right?
Yo, yeah,
And
for
then the
Stidham.
week before, this week they played the Colts. I mean, let's say they lose that game. Let's say they lose to the Colts. Let's see if they make it the following week.
It's
I don't
crazy
know.
how
They get knocked out.
Jacksonville is just
Jacksonville.
on the downwards trajectory, right? Like,
And by the way, I had Jacksonville losing out. I don't even think I picked them to win either one of these last. Oh,
well, I
I
don't
did.
even
Oh,
think.
Panthers. They got the Panthers. They're gonna win that
Yeah,
game.
but they don't have their quarterback. I don't think Trevor Lawrence plays for the rest of the season, yo.
No,
And
I don't think so either.
and it comes down to
CJ Beathard.
yeah,
You could have a playoff scenario with CJ Beathard, Brock Purdy. Is there any chance that the Vikings can make the playoffs this year?
if they beat the freaking Lions at the end of the year.
Hold up. Well, you wouldn't let that happen. Let's see.
I
Hold
said
on.
that I think that
Oh,
they were
wait, I
going to
got
be.
them winning.
Yeah,
I got
because
them winning. They still not in.
Yeah, did they win week 17 too?
Let me see. Hold on. Who they play? Where y'all at? They play. Oh my God.
Tried to tell you, boy. But look, you still get the NFC North battle.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't.
It still
I
happens.
guarantee you that they don't want that.
I think the Lions want Minnesota.
Nah. If Minnesota goes to Detroit and wins this week, right? and then they win, and then
If
Minnesota wins
Minnesota
next
goes
week,
to
and they end
Detroit
up.
and wins this week.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Right there. Boom. So what you mean if Minnesota goes to Green Bay? Green Bay goes to Minnesota this week. They win, and then next week it's Detroit.
Yeah.
Next week they go to Detroit. All
Yeah.
right. So that game literally
That would put them
would
in the
knock them out.
playoffs. Right. So
The
Detroit,
Lions don't have anything to play for though. Look,
they don't.
they the
So
third seed no matter what.
That's why Minnesota will win that game and then end up. Mike, you gotta stay with me, dog. You know, and that's why I said like, and that's crazy because Minnesota back to back to back NFC North matchups. Yo, the computer simulation schedule guy did them super dirty, bro. Now,
And if I'm Detroit, I let them win that game. That's easier. That's easier than the Packers, I think, because the Packers have a better quarterback. Oh, I mean the Rams. The Rams. It's the Rams.
I'm telling you,
the Packers don't make it this way.
I'm
If
telling
I'm
you,
Detroit, I let them win. You don't want to play the Rams if you're Detroit.
No.
Ooh.
Now, what people are probably thinking is if the Rams play the 49ers the last game of the season and the Rams are playing to get into the playoffs, they're gonna get their asses beat up. So people may want to take on the Rams because the 49ers play super physical football.
Okay.
And the 49ers have to win out. So it's not like we can. The only way the 49ers get the bench players in week 18 is if go back to week 17 for me, dog.
All right. So week 17.
Yeah.
So we got to win.
So we win.
The Eagles have to lose.
The Eagles lose to the Cardinals and the Lions lose to the Cowboys. Then you bench everybody and their mama.
Yes. The Lions lose. Okay. So then we go to the next week. And now what you're saying is we can afford to lose still?
Yeah. We clinch.
We lose. Hold on. Lions win. Where the Eagles at? I think I had the Eagles winning already.
We own the tiebreaker for the Eagles, Mike. So if we finish with the same record.
Eagles. Okay. So we need to win and we need the Lions to lose.
Correct.
And the Eagles to lose.
Correct.
Look at God. Won't he do it? Then we could bench our players and be 12-5, well rested, and a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that ain't my schedule prediction. But if you got the first seed, F a prediction.
Right. You got the first seed, and you can rest people the last week. I just don't want us to rest them the whole time. Like, let them.
Nah, they can rest. Not everybody's gonna rest, but Debo don't gotta play. Kittle doesn't have to play. Purdy don't have to play. Like this could be a straight up Sam Darnold, Ronnie Bell, Chris Conley, like Jordan Mason. Not the offensive line.
Williams not gonna play. Trent Williams not gonna play in the game.
No, he would be the only one not playing and Aaron Banks if he's hurt. Everybody else got to play. And then the defense might get a couple of series starting. And then after that, they'll probably come out in that game.
Now, this playoff scenario is actually interesting. Cowboys at Seattle. I mean, Seattle at Dallas. The Rams at Detroit. I still don't think Detroit want those problems.
I know.
Eagles got to go on the road to Tampa Bay.
I know people don't like the fact that they resting for a couple of weeks, but at the end of the day, man, if you already won, what's the point? Like, why risk injury if you don't have to? I just think it's the wisest thing to do.
Right. Let me see here. We got a super chat in here somewhere we missed.
Happy holidays, Eric. Yeah, we do.
Okay, he typed it. He typed it right there.
Well, then let's read his comment then.
Yeah, so let's stop the screen share. Let's go back to our full screen border. The Niners gonna get the number 1 seed, y'all. We got this. We got this.
100%.
We got this. He says, hi, Mike and Wayne. Happy holidays. I have a question. Do you feel like the 49ers can win a Super Bowl with Kyle Shanahan? I've lost faith in him. He blows games we should win and has terrible game plan.
I have faith that we can win with Kyle Shanahan. I know his track record doesn't give people that much faith, but that's okay. I have it. He lost as a head coach with the 49ers because of his game plan. because it's weird. So I understand why people don't have faith, but I have faith that he can do it. The 49ers just at some point, like I wish the players if the I wish the players can just veto the head coach at some point when they're up and winning a game by 10 points and they don't play, safe. And if the 49ers don't play safe football, they win. It's when they take their feet off the gas, right? Mike, you ever watch basketball games and your team be up by 20 and then all of a sudden you just be like, oh, your team don't ever be up by 20?
I'm a Hornets
Charlotte.
fan. I don't know what that's like. I don't even know what that means, bro.
But what I'm trying to say is, Mike, like in the basketball game, like your one team will take their feet off the gas, they'll take out their players, they'll do whatever, and next thing you know, the other team goes on this crazy spurt, and then
freaking,
and then you gotta throw them back in, and hopefully you can stop the bleeding.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm afraid.
And that's why I understand where Eric is coming from, because we actually witnessed that in a Super Bowl. And then in the regular season, it's like,
look at how you connect dots and you don't even know what you're doing. This is great. I'm about to body this for you. You just did a beautiful thing.
And then in the regular season, when you go out there and you look at the 4 losses, and yes, we can blame players not executing. You can blame players not being disciplined. You can blame anything you want. At the end of the day, what were we arguing about against the Cleveland loss, Mike? Kyle Shanahan not what? Adapting.
Not
so
adapting.
Okay. If your player gets injured and Deebo Samuel, why are you running the same plays with Ray McCloud? Like, it didn't make sense. We saw what successful plays can be ran by Ray McCloud, but yeah, you don't do those type of plays. But and in this game, that they clearly, from what I witnessed in the first half of the game, you want to know what the Ravens did? People not talking about what the Ravens did. You want to know what the Ravens did? They took away every screen pass. They said, yo, we are going to stop the quick short pass game that's lateral. Not the stuff in front of them, but the stuff that's lateral. Before that interception play, Deebo had a pass attempt for him, and then and one of those guys that was rushing the passer got their hands on the ball and knocked it down. Nobody's talking about that play. So the Ravens were ready for it. They just knew that's what the 49ers were going to do, because that's what we do. But we didn't adapt. So I feel if we're not willing to adapt, yes, it's hard to have faith in Kyle Shanahan. I get it.
I'm on the other side of the spectrum. I think that this game was a whole game of adaptation. Let's try this out. I think Kyle Shanahan said, we're not going to try to run Christian McCaffrey 20, 30 times. Let's just see what Brock Purdy can do in the throwing game. Let's just see how he can handle it. Let's just see, what he looks like. And I think that this was the attempt at the adaptation. We didn't have
I don't think that's adaptation. I think that's experimenting to be able to adapt later in scenario football, if that makes sense. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, like, I think that Kyle has been up enough where in games this season, all right, we could take Brock Purdy out. Let's throw somebody in there. But what if all the talk this week was, well, what if can Brock Purdy play from behind? Can he do this and can he do that? And what if it's a game where he has to be the guy and he has to throw the ball 35 plus times in the game, and can he be that guy and all that? I think Kyle was going out there with a goal in mind. Let's make Brock that guy and see what happens. I think that it was an adaptation to the culmination of comments and criticism all season long, that you sit back and listen when you're about to go up against another MVP candidate in Lamar Jackson. If the game is in his hands, if the game is on the line and it's him, can he do it? The one time we saw him try to do it, he couldn't do it against Cleveland. That depends on how you look at it, right? You'll say we drove down the field, we didn't get the field goal. That's not on him, but they'll still say he couldn't get him in the end zone, right? He wasn't big enough to do it. So I feel like we saw that. However, the reason I haven't lost faith in Kyle Shanahan is because I think that Kyle, when he sticks to his bread and butter, Wayne talked about us making lack of adjustments and being hot and streaky in the Super Bowl, right? Everybody knew when we were running the ball in the Super Bowl, we were phenomenal. Nobody could F with us. Everybody knew in this game, when we were running the ball, we were phenomenal. Ravens couldn't F with us. What do those two games have in common? When we needed it the most, Kyle stopped running. I don't think he's going to do that. That's why I do have confidence in Kyle in the postseason. I don't think he's going to abandon the run game. I think Kyle can be down 2 scores late in the third quarter, and he's still going to come out running the offense the regular way it's supposed to be run. I don't think he's going to hit the panic switch and just start saying, all right, Brock, we got to put the game on your shoulders. You got to go out here and take advantage of it. We tried that in week 16. It didn't work. So let's go out here and do what we're supposed to do.
But my pushback is he does that every single time. Every time. Every time the run game is working, he abandons it and goes to something totally different, puts it in his quarterback's hands to close out the game. He did it in the Super Bowl. He did it in the NFC Championship game when we played the Rams and we could have went back to the Super Bowl. Debo was killing the Rams, like killing them, obliterating them. They couldn't stop Debo Samuel that year. I think that was his all-pro year. Couldn't stop him. And yet you take him away. They did. It was Debo in the Super Bowl too. What did Kyle do? Took it away. It doesn't necessarily mean you got to traditionally run with your running back, but if Kyle Shanahan is great at the wide back and running back position because those players have a unique set of skills to get the ball laterally and horizontally down the field, I don't understand because we watch Kyle. So I get why people are worried or have less faith because if we're up, why not keep running it? Why give them opportunities? Because if you're up by 10, you throw a pick six. What that mean, Mike? We watched that, and we let's go back to Kyle Shanahan coaching offensive coordinator in the Super Bowl when they were up by 30, 100, 5,000 billion points. It took one play for the Patriots to get momentum. It was just one play. It was one. It was a drop back pass with Matthew Stafford. And the defender said, nah, son, I'm tired of this shit. Made him fumble. Patriots get the ball and the momentum shifted. Mike, in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, Debo was killing the Chiefs, bro. Debo was killing the Chiefs so bad, I don't even remember who was the running back. I'm just playing. But my point is, they couldn't stop Debo. And yet, we stopped giving him the ball. And people are going to say, oh, Debo was tired. Bullshit. And then in the NFC Championship game against the Rams that year, with Jimmy being hurt, the people being all banged up, Debo was the one killing him in that game. What did Kyle do? Abandon the run. So my pushback is I don't know if I can believe that because we watched Kyle abandon the run, like being up. So what makes me think he gonna go with the run being down? He didn't do it against the Ravens.
I feel like we've seen a lot more of Kyle being up and continuing to run than we've seen him abandoning the run lately. And that's kind of my point. I think he's learned his lesson from those days of
he didn't learn it on Sunday because if we would have ran the ball, we wouldn't have lost that game.
Which is why I said that I think that this was his adjustment, and like you called it, an experiment. That's where I started with all that. I think that this was the game to see if Purdy could do it. All right, I learned my lesson. This is definitely a playoff team. I know that Purdy
so we
can't
don't
do that
know, but we're thinking that that game. So from now on, we may not ever see that again. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't need to do that
okay.
Unless McCaffrey is hurt and Debo is hurt and Mason is hurt. Then we don't need to do that. We can go out here and be a well-balanced, bro. We ran the ball less than 25% of the time. You can't, I don't care if you use the Super Bowl as an example. You can't find another time that Kyle's done that here as a head coach. You can't. Less than 25% of the plays were run plays. I've never seen that from Kyle Shanahan before. This whole thing, I like your word better. This whole thing was an experiment. I do trust Kyle.
Well, that's the only
that shit don't work, bro. It don't work. He's not going to abandon that game plan.
I created whatever I needed to create for me to not lose sleep over them getting their ass whipped by the Baltimore Ravens, bro. So the word experiment is the word that I'm going to use. It helps me with my anxiety because that's what it looked like. A bunch of experimentation, but it wasn't all an experiment. That's what Mike, when you watch the film, you're going to be like, damn, if George Kittle caught that pass, damn, if this pass wasn't batted down, damn, if like on the touchdown, on the interception play, you were pointing out if George Kittle ran his route deeper down the field, maybe Kyle Hamilton would have taken him in the end zone. I doubt it, but maybe it's possible, right? Like there's so many little intricate things that just kind of slipped up where the Niners didn't properly execute. Now, my issue with Kyle Shanahan is don't ever abandon the plan. You can adapt the plan, you can alter the plan, you can even change up the plan. It all mean the same shit. Just don't abandon it. Because at the end of the day, it's not like Christian McCaffrey is a running back. Christian McCaffrey is the number one running back in the NFL with almost 2,000 all-purpose yards. He is a weapon. That's the difference. There's a difference in having.
I see people in the chat saying, "Oh man, I hate that Kyle don't run the ball." Like, what are y'all talking? I don't understand what people are even saying right now.
Well,
if you hate that he didn't run the ball in this past game, that's cool. But let's not act like this season is,
no, they can't say that because everybody was
rushing.
Everybody was crying because Christian was getting too many touches, right? Well, in this game, Christian McCaffrey had 14 touches for 103 yards. Shit, get him to 20. He probably would have had 303 yards. I'm just saying. Like, that was my issue. Like, that to me, that was my only issue, my only gripe with Kyle Shanahan, because players still didn't execute properly. There were way too many penalties. There were a lot of dumb stuff that happened. There were missed blocks. There was a bunch of stuff, right? So all of it factors into why we lost. And the Ravens played well. They capitalized off their opportunities. Listen, let the 49ers get the ball on their side, on the opposing side of the field 4 times. I guarantee they all be touchdowns. It's football. I'm not taking away anything that the Ravens did, but I feel like when the game was still intact, you could have ran the ball and took control and created some type of a balance in the game. Kyle has to play with balance. Brock Purdy is great when he's playing with balance, and that allows Brock Purdy to get into a rhythm. Like, most of the quarterbacks in the NFL are rhythm quarterbacks. Not everybody is an off-time quarterback. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and maybe Jalen Hurts. And it's because of their uncanny ability to be able to run the ball. Like, that's what they do. They're able to run the ball. On a 3rd and 16, when everybody is down the field, people mad Fred Warner missed the tackle. I'm mad too. But there's no way in hell Fred Warner was making that open field tackle. I don't think anybody would have made that open field tackle on Lamar Jackson just from the angle that he was taking, and all he did was just cut back inside. He wasn't trying to get outside. He was trying to get more in the first down. The thing is, when you do hit him, you hit him. You hit him so he doesn't run again. I just feel like the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan and the game plan the only time you need to alter the game plan is if something you're doing isn't working. You don't have to be narcissistic and force it to fit. You don't have to be narcissistic and force it to work. It'll work if it works. If it doesn't work, you try the next thing. So, like, that was my issue with Kyle Shanahan in this particular game. And had they ran the ball more efficiently, or just even in volume, it could have changed so much of the story of what happened. It could have, but it didn't.
I agree, man. But you know what, man? When it's all said and done, here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? That number 1 seed gonna look good, baby.
Huh? I gotta find out what jazz sample that they've sampled that from, because hip hop sample.
That is a tough beat, yeah.
A lot of jazz, and then they added some ASR drums on top of it or whatever. Like,
for sure. I love it though, man. I absolutely love it, man. This has been a fun episode, Wayne, man. Thank you. I had to take that call real quick. One of my drivers, new guy.
It's all good.
I'm glad I looked over because I got my joint on silent. It ain't vibrating, nothing. It was just lit up. But I think the Niners are in a good spot. And you know what, man? Week 1, we're gonna be at home. Week 1 of the playoffs.
For sure.
We're gonna be at home watching. And then the Eagles are going to join us because they're going to lose. And the Cowboys are going to join us because they're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what's going to happen between 3 and 6. I ain't going to lie. I don't know what's going to happen. No, I'm just saying I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Eagles. I also don't like the Seahawks. So I don't know who's going to win those games. I don't know, but this is the scenario. This is optimal. Win or lose, as long as we take care of business the first game, and then we get a couple of losses from the other guys, we should be good to go. That's what the scenario is. And I think Kyle Shanahan is going to be fine. I'd rather Kyle Shanahan have his bad game making decision game now than to do it in the postseason. And that's why I'm comforted by everything that's been going on. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the scenario with the 49ers. That's all I got, man. That's it. That's it, dog. I got nothing else for you. Yo, I could ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why you do it this way and not this way? Every time I see somebody do this, I think of Japan.
Why Japan?
That's how they do it in Japan.
Oh,
it's always for even the what you call the animes.
Yeah, I never paid any attention. Like that's like the Boy Scout. Cub Scout.
Too?
Sign. Yeah, that's Boy Scout.
This is Cub Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
I was never either. All right, that's cool. All right, I got a messed up childhood. I'm having going through my traumas. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us. Thank you all for checking us out today. We appreciate y'all. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed another extended episode here. We're trying to make it for lost time. I told y'all we were 2 episodes short of 69 being on Friday. So, you start how you finish. We're gonna get up out of here. No team is safe. Niners are on the prowl.
They said I would have made that tackle, Mike. I would have missed that tackle by 17 miles, bro. First of all, I wouldn't have had the speed to get back to the field. I don't. Can y'all go back and watch the game just for me? Just know that the linebackers were in coverage and Fred had to react. And Fred's got to make the tackle, right? Like he's got to make the tackle. I just don't know how he can make that tackle, Mike.
I mean, people expect perfection and no,
Mike. I'm seriously. I want the mathematical answer from Mike. Like to how he would have had to run that at a certain speed on the right angle because his angle that he took to catch up. Stop laughing.
I'm just watching you trying to.
Because all right, so Fred comes from the. I'm trying to get to this corner.
Click the thing on your camera setting so it flips and then you can do it how you want to do it.
F it. So Fred coming from the top over here, coming from that side, right? And he took the right angle. I just think he pursued it and he cut. He cut back that way. Because where the quarterbacks, they run to out of bounds.
Normally.
So Fred was running him to the out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
And Fred tried to put on the brakes, and the only thing Fred didn't do was fall. I don't know. I don't know.
Gotta give my man a break, man. Like I said,
I don't know. Now he had 2 missed tackles in his game, and that was one of them, and the other one was the touchdown. But he got blocked out of that touchdown, so I don't even know if they counted that as a missed tackle. I felt like Trey Greenlaw should have made that tackle, even if it would have been in the end zone. But they both missed Gus Edwards on that particular play. But I don't know. It's a lot, man. They went from 16 missed tackles to 6 missed tackles in this game because there were just some tackles where they just didn't even touch the person. That's why it looked like there were so many more missed tackles.
I want to know if Jair Brown's that
stiff arm.
I don't know if that counted as
that's a missed tackle, bro. That's
because he didn't try to tackle him. He just tried to punch the ball out. That's why I was wondering if it counted.
You did call that out, but you made contact. You make contact and don't bring the player down. That's a missed tackle.
Interesting. Tony Niner says here, remember when you beat the Niners, the QB is out, dead.
Is he talking to an Eagle fan?
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So was there an Eagle fan in here talking junk?
Probably. Is that what it was? Especially if they're on the WayneBreezie channel. My man Filthy. I love it. I just but you know what?
PHIL?
Yes, he does. Tell me that's not fire though.
It's fire with a PH.
Mike, you was the worst fucking liar I ever met in my entire life.
You told me to tell you, I told you. We got one from Sean here. He says, no team is safe when the Niners laying down. That's Shanny. That's game. We out. You could have finished the rhyme, bro.
I thought he was gonna rhyme with it too, and he just totally. He just hit us with.
That's Shanny. That's game. We out.
I just felt like Sean's lack of rhythm on that one just didn't complete. the William Shakespeare iambic pentameter, dog. You lost me for the
Oh my
first time.
God, man. Hey,
Yeah.
thank you all for the super chat. Shout out to the new user. Y'all are great. There it is. We appreciate you all. All right, for real, this time we're getting up out of here. Y'all be safe. We'll see y'all tomorrow. No team is safe when the Niners are on the prowl. I'm Mike. That's Wayne. And this is No Harm, No Foul.